Let this light of knowledge dispel the darkness of ignorance and enlighten our minds. Let us continue throughout our lives to search and study, to question and learn, and to live in the light of knowledge rather than the shadows of ignorance.
Thank you, Sarah and Naomi, for the candle ceremony. Welcome to everyone, and thank you for attending the 2023 Academic Honors Convocation here at Beaver River Central School. Tonight's a very special night for you, for our students, for our teachers. Parents, this should be a proud night for you. You can see the culmination of encouragement, the culmination of, I don't want to say nagging, but encouraging to do homework over and over and over again. The culmination of trying to instill good habits of practice and character in the students. So thank you. Continue to do that, continue to support your children, and we will continue to work with you to do so. Teachers, thank you. Day in and day out. I've seen it over and over again, and I saw it again today in multiple examples of you putting your fullest effort into helping the students at the school. They have a better experience at Beaver River Central because of you. And students, keep up the good work. We expect nothing less of you in the future. Continue forward. Every year at the Academic Honors Convocation, a past Beaver River graduate accepts the invitation to be our keynote speaker. Tonight, we have Adrienne Gagne here to give us perspective on the future of our students. Adrienne graduated from Beaver River in 2004, where she participated in cross country, track and field, chorus, and jazz band. After she graduated from RIT, she's had a variety of careers and traveled extensively. She studied illustration and graphic design at RIT. She also ran competitively in track and cross country while at RIT. After college graduation, she moved out west and lived in Salt Lake City, Utah, Portland, Oregon, and Stanley, Idaho, working in advertising agencies, ski resorts, and at river guiding companies before transitioning to working in restaurants. She moved back east to New York City in 2011, where she progressed to a career working in pastry and baking, working in every food service venue, from mom-and-pop bakeries to fine dining restaurants. She also used her artistic skills to tap into the world of special effects makeup and helped in various small theater projects around New York City. Adrienne's work blends into her hobbies. So she makes specialty cakes, experiments with bakery sweet treats, completes various art pieces, and loves to compose face and body paint creations in her spare time. Adrienne makes it a priority to come to Croghan any chance she gets to visit her family's camp at South Maple, where she and her loved ones can go water skiing and kayaking. She enjoys hiking and practicing yoga and has a passion for vegetable gardening. Please join me in welcoming this year, Adrienne Gagne.
I think it's good. Hi, everyone. I am nervous. My armpits are wet. The last time I was on the stage, I'm pretty sure it was my high school graduation. And then prior to that, I believe I ran an 8th grade assembly where I'm pretty sure I shushed the crowd. So I'll try not to do that. I did just tell you about my armpits, so lateral moves. I was very surprised, very flattered, but very surprised when I was asked to come here tonight. Just because I don't feel, up to this point in my life, that it's been anything inspirational or necessarily smooth. I went to art school, which was incredible, but since then I've changed careers more than once. I don't have multiple children. I pay multiple taxes on multiple jobs in multiple states, depending on the year. I don't own a house, and I probably have made what some may consider financial mistakes. I've lived out of my car. I've gotten really drunk and gotten a tattoo. Not these, sober. I have battled an eating disorder. I move around a lot, so my permanent address is still my parents' house in Krogan. I honestly lay these credentials, if you will, before you so that you can know that every life is not smooth and every path does not have to fall into a cookie cutter way of living. I feared my lack of credentials for a really long time. I thought it would deem me unworthy of getting up here and speaking, even at a humble stage such as this. Why would anyone want to listen to me about anything? I've talked myself out of being good at things. I'm sure we all have. In fact, I don't know if some of you remember, I believe I was in middle school. We used to have this speaking contest where any of the students could choose a piece of literature and then memorize it, and then you would perform it and give life to the words. And I chose 4 things to memorize. I had no fear. I memorized an excerpt from The Raven. I delivered it flawlessly, but still, it was not, I don't do that now. And I can advise well on how to decorate a cake or make a perfect apple pie. I could advise well on how to run a great 4x800 meter leg, or how to do a DIY zombie makeup with cotton balls and latex paint. But standing up here, how many of us have put this expectation of accomplishment by a certain age on ourselves? I'm this age, I should be doing this thing. I've done this so many times. I have fashioned myself my own ball and chain of shoulds, what ifs, and then I worry about others judging me if I have or haven't done the right thing to be successful. I believe that we're socially conditioned to feel not worthy if we haven't had a classic trajectory. We're culturally established to feel not worthy if we've had a really rocky path with a lot of deviations before we get to what a random upper echelon deems the appropriate ladder rungs to be on. Instead, why aren't we trusting ourselves and following our joy? It's gonna get a little hippie, but stick with me. Life can be demanding anyway, but it's gonna be really, really disappointing if its only goal is a successful destination. However, it can be so bitter yet so, so sweet if we can find and create our truest selves along this journey. And how do we find our truest selves? Time and honesty. Honesty. Our voyages to this authenticity are so, so different. Some of you will have a lot of kids, some won't have any and will love it. Some will try to have children and will struggle. Others will just simply have fur babies. Some of you are and will be travelers, some will be homebodies. Some of you will have jobs after high school, some will pursue college, some will just have time off. Some of you will be distressed trying to find your chosen field, and others will hit your stride very quickly and love it. Some will change direction multiple times. Some of you will love the same person forever, potentially the person you're with now. Some will change partners frequently. Some will move through a groove into your undeniable identity. Some know or already may come to realize that you were born in the wrong body. Some will keep your secret safe locked away for years. Some will find your secret safest with your given family, and others will find a chosen family. Some will struggle with disordered eating, mental health, and sickness. If you are tormented, scared, or joyous with your current situation, trying to find your authenticity, you're not doing anything wrong. You're doing it right. It's just sometimes doing life right is really hard. Bitter yet sweet, baby. We can have imposter syndrome in life, of course, but I see now that we can go toe-to-toe with those insecurities and remind ourselves that we're never unworthy of anything. We're worthy of the happiness that lives within our most faithful selves. We are worthy of a fulfilled life based on not what the economy says is optimal, but what our heart says is valid. We're worthy of non-judgment from others. We are worthy of kindness and empathy. Empathy. What makes my arms just on fire is meeting people who are very unlike myself. I love to jump into adversity. I love to stretch my empathy. I love to grow. I love connecting with people, the humanity within people who are so unlike myself. Someone who has 4 children, by the time they're 30, stays home and doesn't work. That's incredible. Someone who moved here from another country, works 3 jobs, and sends their money back to their family in that country of origin. Someone who doesn't want children. Someone who has different political views from mine. Someone who has a different skin color, different body type, and all they want to do is live safely and happily. Someone who has 3 degrees and moves back to a tiny town to help the local community. Julie. All of these lifestyles are authentic for that particular person. And are they hurting anyone with their actions? I hope not. And if they're not, then who am I to judge? Judgment never keeps danger out. It only prevents tenderness and empathy from coming in. Why are we going to be dismissive of anyone as less than? Because isn't that the very thing that we feel and are fearful of for ourselves? Judgment from others. Love bigger and forgive quicker. Don't stand on issues, walk with people. This allows us to embrace our own worth and lift up the worth of others, the humanity of others, along with our own. On our way to discovering a genuine integrity, what is better, uncomfortable truth or comfortable lies? Glennon Doyle writes that every truth is a kindness, even if it makes others uncomfortable. Every untruth is an unkindness, even if it makes others comfortable. You always, always, always must take the bitter with the sweet. I'd like to close with reciting my excerpt from The Raven from the middle school speaking contest. No, I'm just kidding, I'm not gonna do that. Can you imagine how scandalous would that be? Oh my God. Thank you, everyone. It's such a blessing. Thank you so much.
time to you is worth saving, and you better start swimming or you'll sink like a stone, for the times they are a-changing.
It is my privilege this evening to conduct the recognition of scholars portion of the program. Scholars, we ask that you please follow along in the program and make your way to the pit area before your name is read. Please remain in the pit area until that department is finished. Family and friends, please hold your applause until each department has finished recognizing all of its scholars. The first department to honor students tonight is English Language Arts. In English 9, with Mrs. Moyer as the instructor, Aubryn Lee, Tessa Murphy, and Isaiah Verkler are commended for their excellence, and Shay Mosier is honored for her achievement. In Common Core English 3, English 11, with Mrs. Moyer as the instructor, Holly Campo and Aspen Fitzgerald are commended for their excellence, and Ian Waite is recognized for his achievement. In English 10, with Mrs. Flint, Sarah Herzig, Madeline Johnson, and Cadence Paragon are recognized for their excellence, and Jonice Sayre is honored for achievement. In English 12-1 with Mrs. Davis, Lauren Batu-Young and Cheyenne DeVoy are recognized for excellence, and Tanner Koberling for achievement. In English 12-2, also with Mrs. Davis, Lauren Brandt and Genevieve Edwards are commended for their excellence, and Lydia Closter is honored for achievement. In English 11 Shakespeare with Mrs. Montague Barrett, Owen Beller and Elena Dickinson are recognized for their excellence, and Sutton Barrett is commended for her achievement. In English 099 Writing for College, also with Mrs. Montague Barrett, Desiree Cheney is honored for excellence, and Elijah Olmsted is commended for achievement. In JCC Composition with Mrs. Montague Barrett, Kennedy Becker and Micah Olmsted are honored for excellence, and Abigail Bolivar is recognized for achievement. In JCC Research and Composition, English 101 with Mrs. Montague Barrett, Caitlin Adams and Mariella Sauer are recognized for their excellence, and Madeline Hyland for achievement. The last class to recognize scholars in the English Language Arts Department is JCC Composition and Literature with Mrs. Montague Barrett. Sarah Goldthright and Mariella Sauer are honored for excellence, and Braden Trillian is recognized for his achievement. Scholars, when you come up to get your certificate, if you could hang out up here in the pit area, then we'll celebrate everybody all at once with clapping at the end. The next department to honor students this evening is Social Studies. In Global History and Geography 1 with Mrs. Mosier, Eleanor Ball, Tessa Murphy, and Isaiah Verkler are honored for excellence, and Jordan Closter is recognized for his achievement. In Global History and Geography 2 with Mr. Puddington, Tyler Bolivar, Charlie Ann Lehman, and Joseph Zuniga are recognized for excellence, and Ethan Krause is honored for achievement. In Participation in Government with Mr. Puddington, Genevieve Edwards and Lauren Batu-Young are celebrated for their excellence, and Seth Garrison is commended for his achievement. In JCC Intro to American Government, also with Mr. Puddington as the instructor, Ella Barker and Sarah Goldthright are recognized for excellence. In Economics with Mrs. Mosier, Owen Beller, Lauren Brandt, Seth Garrison, and Tanner Koberling are recognized for their excellence. Andrew Nosher is commended for his achievement. In JCC Macroeconomics with Mrs. Mosier, Caitlin Adams, Ella Barker, Sawyer Schwendy are all recognized for their excellence, and Mariella Sauer is commended for achievement. In JCC Intro to Psychology, also with Mrs. Mosier as the instructor, Caitlin Adams, Ella Barker, and Genevieve Edwards are recognized for their excellence, and Madeline Hyland is honored for achievement. In JCC Intro to Sociology with Mrs. Mosier, Ella Barker, Genevieve Edwards, and Maya Zaire are commended for their excellence. In U.S. History and Government Regions, with Mr. Kogut as the instructor, Samuel Edick and Paige Rogie are honored for their excellence, and Caden Maroff is celebrated for his achievement. The final class to honor students in the Social Studies Department is U.S. History and Government JCC with Mr. Kogut. Kennedy Becker is honored for excellence, and Lillian Caputa is commended for her achievement. The next department to recognize students is mathematics. In Common Core Algebra 2, with Mrs. Becker as the instructor, Kennedy Becker and Elena Dickinson are celebrated for their excellence, and Samuel Landis is honored for his achievement. In Intro to Algebra with Mrs. Mosier, Ethan Clemens is honored for excellence, and Leah Leindecker is commended for achievement. In career and financial math with Mrs. Mosier, Sarah Goldthright is recognized for excellence, and Holly Campo is celebrated for achievement. In non-Regents geometry with Mrs. Buckingham, Micah Olmsted is celebrated for excellence, and Jordan Albertson is commended for his achievement. In pre-calculus, also with Mrs. Buckingham, Sawyer Schwendy is recognized for excellence, and Braden Trillian is celebrated for achievement. In Common Core geometry with Mrs. Buckingham, Tyler Bolivar is honored for excellence, and Charlie Ann Lehman is celebrated for achievement. In Algebra 1 with Mrs. Hawksley, Tessa Murphy and Hannah Rogie are both recognized for their excellence, and Jonas Largett is honored for his achievement. The last class to celebrate scholars in the Department of Mathematics is Graphing Calculator with Mrs. Hawksley. McKinley Becker and Ella St. Croix are recognized for their excellence, and Jonice Sayre is honored for achievement. The next department to honor students this evening is Science. In Earth Science, with Mrs. Gates as the instructor, Aaliyah Bennett, Carter Edick, and Kylie Grau are celebrated for their excellence, and Ace Martin is recognized for his achievement. In Living Environment, with Ms. Watkins as the instructor, Tyler Bolivar, Hannah Rogie, and Nathan Verkler are honored for their excellence, and Lily Reeb is celebrated for achievement. In AP Biology, also with Ms. Watkins as the instructor, Jedediah Zaire is honored for excellence, and Lydia Closter for achievement. In Global Environment, with Ms. Watkins, Tanner Koberling is honored for excellence, and Micah Olmsted and Maddie Wolf are recognized for achievement. In Chemistry, with Mr. Freed, Ava Pilo is commended for excellence, and Charlie Ann Lehman is honored for achievement. The last class to recognize students in the science department is Physics with Miss Yancey. Kennedy Becker is being honored for excellence, and Sawyer Schwendy for achievement. The next department to celebrate students is Foreign Language. In Spanish 1, with Ms. Maroff, McKinley Becker, Tessa Murphy, and Hannah Rogie are honored for excellence, and Carla Alberto and Kevin Sullivan are recognized for achievement. In Spanish 2, also with Ms. Maroff, Charlie Ann Lehman and Carter Rice are recognized for their excellence, and Madeline Johnson for achievement. In Spanish 3, with Ms. Maroff, Kennedy Becker is honored for excellence, and Landon Rice is recognized for achievement. And the final class to honor students in the Foreign Language Department is Spanish 4, with Mrs. Leindecker. Mariella Sauer is commended for excellence, and Kiri Leindecker is recognized for achievement. The next department to recognize scholars this evening is Technology. In Driver Education, with Mr. Bush as the instructor, Aubrey Monette is honored for excellence. In Design and Drawing Production, also with Mr. Bush, Mason Zaire is recognized for excellence, and Daniel Knopfscher for achievement. In Production Wood, with Mr. Bush, Ethan Krause is honored for excellence, and Caleb Click for achievement. The last class to recognize students in the Technology Department is Graphic Communications with Mrs. Baker. Holly Campo is commended for excellence, and Kevin Sullivan for achievement. The next department to honor students is Agriculture. in Introduction to Agriculture with Mr. Jacobs as the instructor. Eleanor Ball and Madeline Matamore are celebrated for excellence, and Allison Brannigan for achievement. In Adirondack Wildlife with Ms. Taylor and Mr. Jacobs, Desiree Cheney is commended for excellence, and Sarah Herzig is honored for achievement. The final class to celebrate scholars in the Agriculture Department is Animal Science with Mr. Jacobs. Desiree Cheney is recognized for excellence, and Eliza Metzler is celebrated for achievement. The next department to recognize students is Health, Physical Education, and Family and Consumer Sciences. In Health with Mr. Ingersoll, Owen Beller, and Lily Closter are celebrated for excellence, and Madison Schwartz for achievement. In Physical Education, Female with Mrs. Adams, Caitlin Adams, Kennedy Becker, and Paige Rogie are recognized for excellence, and Oriana Reap for achievement. In Physical Education with Mrs. Joslin, Cooper Joslin and Kendra Lehman are commended for excellence, and Nathan Verkler is recognized for achievement. In Physical Education with Mr. Leindecker, Tanner Koberling, Cole Walsman, and Derek Sayre are recognized for their excellence, and Jesse McBain is celebrated for achievement. The last class to honor students in the Health, Physical Education, and Family and Consumer Sciences Department is Global Foods with Mrs. Birchenoff, and Jonice Sayre is recognized for excellence, and Abigail Bolivar for achievement. The final department to celebrate scholars this evening is Fine Arts. In Senior Chorus with Mrs. Verkler, Lauren Batu-Young, Sarah Goldthright, Mariella Sauer, and Cameron Smith are recognized for excellence, and Carson Smith is honored for achievement. In Choraliers with Mrs. Verkler, Sawyer Schwendy and Braden Terillian are celebrated for excellence, and Hannah Lighthall is honored for achievement. In Jazz Ensemble with Mr. McGrath, Owen Beller, Sawyer Schwendy, and Miriam Watkins are recognized for excellence, and Braden Trillian for achievement. In Concert Band with Mr. McGrath, Caitlin Adams, Lauren Batu-Young, Sarah Goldthright, and Mariella Sauer are celebrated for excellence. Hannah Lighthall is recognized for achievement. In Studio Art with Mr. Mosier, Sarah Goldthright is celebrated for excellence, and Elena Dickinson for achievement. In Ceramics 2 with Mr. Mosier, Genevieve Edwards is recognized for excellence. In Digital Studio Photography 1, also with Mr. Mosier, Kennedy Becker is celebrated for excellence, and Adeline Olmsted for achievement. In Digital Studio Photography 2 with Mr. Mosier, Ella Barker is honored for excellence, and Isabel Gomez for achievement. In Digital Studio Photography 3 with Mr. Mosier, Genevieve Edwards is recognized for excellence, and Gabriella Fort for achievement. In Drawing and Painting 1 with Mr. Mosier, Joseph Sunika is recognized for excellence, and Ryan Trillian for achievement. In Drawing and Painting 2 with Mr. Mosier, Ella Barker is celebrated for excellence, and Holly Campo for achievement. In Drawing and Painting 3 with Mr. Mosier, Genevieve Edwards is honored for excellence. In Sculpture 1 with Mr. Mosier, Lily Reap is recognized for excellence. The last class to recognize students in the Fine Arts Department is Sculpture 2 with Mr. Mosier, where Genevieve Edwards is recognized for excellence. This concludes the recognition of scholars.
What a wonderful evening to be able to recognize these students. All the students that won an award tonight, could you just stand for a second? Sir, if you received any award, just stand up. Let's give them one more round of applause. Thank you. Teachers, can you stand up for a second? They don't want to. Let's give them one more round of applause. Thank you. Thank you to the brass band, the choraleers, the students, the teachers. Adrian Gagne, thank you so much for speaking to us. Your message was wonderful. I have the opportunity now to recognize some special awards that will be given to the junior class, some members of the junior class. The first is the Bausch and Lomb Honorary Science Award. This award is presented to a junior with high scholastic standing in all their science subjects, including earth science, living environment, and chemistry. The winner of this award is eligible to apply to become a University of Rochester Bausch and Lomb Scholar. This designation carries with it its scholarship funds, the minimum being $20,000, $5,000 per year for 4 years. And this is awarded to Ava Pilo. The next award is the George Eastman Young Leaders Award. This is presented to a junior with high scholastic standing in all of their subjects with potential to become a strong leader in their community. The winner of this award is eligible to apply to become a University of Rochester Eastman Scholar. This designation would carry with it scholarship funds, the minimum amount being $20,000, $5,000 per year for 4 years. And this award goes to Derek Zaire. The next award is the Frederick Douglass and Susan B. Anthony Award. This is presented to a junior with high scholastic standing in the humanities and social sciences with a demonstrated commitment to understanding and addressing difficult social issues. The winner of this award is eligible to apply to become a University of Rochester Douglass and Anthony Scholar. This designation carries with it scholarship funds, the minimum being $20,000 or $5,000 per year for 4 years. The winner of this award is Lauren Shack. The next award is the Xerox Award for Innovation and Technology. This award is presented to a junior in recognition of outstanding achievement in the pursuit of innovative approaches and appreciation for the possibilities of technology. The winner of this award is eligible to apply to become a University of Rochester Xerox Scholar. This designation carries with it scholarship funds, the minimum amount being $40,000, $10,000 annually for 4 years. This year's recipient is Kendra Lehman. The next award is the Clarkson Achievement Award. This award recognizes an outstanding junior who has demonstrated academic achievement and has positively impacted their high school and community. The student who's nominated for this award and subsequently enrolls at Clarkson University will receive a scholarship of $48,000, $12,000 annually for 4 years. This year's recipient is Rory Mattis. The next award is the Clarkson Leadership Award. This award recognizes an outstanding junior who has demonstrated academic achievement and has positively impacted their high school and community. The student who is nominated for this award and subsequently enrolls at Clarkson University will receive a scholarship of $60,000, $15,000 annually for 4 years. This year's recipient is Kennedy Becker. The next award is the Lemoyne College Heights Award. This award is to recognize a high school junior who is reaching for the heights in the classroom and in service to their school and community. As it celebrates academic achievement, service, and leadership, the nominee who is accepted and enrolls at Lemoyne College will receive a scholarship in the amount of $16,000 per year. This year's recipient is Ada Simpson. The next award is the Rochester Institute of Technology Computing Award. This award recognizes one student from the junior class who has excelled in a college preparatory curriculum, demonstrated leadership in school and community activities, and demonstrated an interest and ability in computing. Recipients will receive a $76,000 scholarship, $19,000 per year, if accepted and enrolled at Rochester Institute of Technology. The recipient this year is Sam Edick. The next award is the Rochester Institute of Technology Women in STEM Scholarship Award. This award recognizes a student from the junior class who excels in a college preparatory curriculum, is an active and involved member of the community, is an outstanding female identifying or non-binary student who has demonstrated high academic achievement, ability, and interest in science, computing, robotics, and/or math. Recipients will receive a $76,000 scholarship, $19,000 per year, if accepted and enroll at Rochester Institute of Technology. This year's recipient is Lillian Caputa. The next award is the Rochester Institute of Technology, Humanities, and Social Sciences Award. This award recognizes a student from the junior class who excels in a college preparatory curriculum, is an active and involved member of the community, and has demonstrated an interest and ability in the humanities and social sciences. Recipients will receive a $76,000 scholarship, $19,000 per year, if accepted and enroll at Rochester Institute of Technology. This year's recipient is Jasmine Martin. The next award is the Rochester Institute of Technology Business and Leadership Award. This award recognizes a student from the junior class who excels in a college preparatory curriculum, is an active and involved member of the community, and has demonstrated leadership and ability in business, leadership, and entrepreneurship. Recipients will receive a $76,000 scholarship, $19,000 per year, if accepted and enrolled at Rochester Institute of Technology. Congratulations to Micah Olmstead. The next award is the Rochester Institute of Technology Science and Math Award. This award recognizes a student from the junior class who excels in a college preparatory curriculum, is an active and involved member of the community, and demonstrates interest and ability in science and math. Recipients will receive a $76,000 scholarship, $19,000 per year, if accepted and enroll at Rochester Institute of Technology. This year's recipient is Paige Rogie. The next award is the Alfred University Outside the Ordinary Award. This award recognizes an outstanding junior who is taking college preparatory coursework and is dedicated to being more than just ordinary. The student receiving this award who applies and is accepted into Alfred University will receive a scholarship of $120,000, $30,000 per year. This year's recipient is Eliza Metzler. The next awards are the Augsburg North Country Scholar Award. The SLU Augsburg North Country Scholar Award is presented to a member of the junior class who demonstrates academic achievement, leadership potential, and a genuine desire to pursue a liberal arts degree at St. Lawrence University. The recipient who is accepted and subsequently enrolls at St. Lawrence University will receive a scholarship in the amount of $140,000 or $35,000 per year. This year's recipients are Elena and Natalie Dickinson. At Beaver River, it's a tradition to recognize the top 10 students in every class from grades 9 through 12. We calculate the 4 core courses for 3 quarters of the year, for the first 3 quarters of the year. Sometimes the distance or the difference between the 10th and 11th place is 0.25%. So it can be pretty tight. These students are invited to a special lunch on May 31st, where they will be served by our faculty and administration. This is a way to show how grateful we are for how hard you work. For the students whose names I call from each grade, I ask that you come up on stage, get really cozy with each other, move over that way, and stay here so that you can enjoy the lights as much as I do, and so we can take a picture afterward. The top 10 students in grade 9 for this year are Eleanor Ball, McKinley Becker, Aaliyah Bennett, Kylie Grau, Madeline Matamore, Hannah Mosier, Tessa Murphy, Hannah Rogie, Ella St. Croix, and Nathan Verkler. The top 10 students for this year in grade 10 were Tyler Bolivar, Joshua Bush, Abigail Eisel, Sarah Herzig, Natalie Hughes, Cooper Jocelyn, Charlie Ann Lehman, Cadence Paragon, Carter Rice, and Joseph Zuniga. Told them it would get tight up here. The top 10 students in grade 11 for this year are Lauren Kennedy Becker, Elena Dickinson, Natalie Dickinson, Kendra Lehman, Rory Mattis, Eliza Metzler, Ava Pilo, Ada Simpson. The grade 12 students, and there's going to be a couple extra because we have a couple students that are graduating early. The grade 12 students that were in the top 10 this year are Lauren Batu Young, Owen Beller, Caitlin Adams, Ella Barker, Desiree Cheney, Genevieve Edwards, Sarah Goldthright, Tanner Koberling, Rachel LeBrake, Hannah Lighthall, Mariella Sauer, and Sawyer Schwendy. It was a good group. Let's give them all a round of applause again. I'm going to make them wait here awkwardly while I close this. But you don't leave without getting an invitation to lunch because you can't eat lunch on the 31st without this. So I want to thank everyone for coming out tonight and helping us pay tribute to our wonderful students, staff, and of course you as we work together to help these students grow. It's an honor to have been able to be a part of this ceremony. I look forward to many more years of recognizing students like this. If we could all stand and join the choraleers, they're going to lead us in singing our alma mater. So the choraleers that are up here can go sit down, or go.
but I agree.